Hi all. In this video, I'm going to talk about the external peers feature available on the Xooa platform. This is the Xooa console, and these are the various features available. In this session, I'm going to talk about the external peer feature and how you can use it. So, blockchain data may be exported outside Xooa by deploying an external peer. Once you create an external peer and the data syncing is completed, all of the data will be available on the external peer. If someone shares the ledger with you through the share feature provided here, then you can download the ledger and see all of the data from this external peer's ledger. Without external peers, your private blockchain ledger is centralized. It becomes a distributed blockchain ledger when you add external peers to it. Also, by the concept of the external peer, you can create a backup of the ledger which you can run on your local host or on your own server. From there, you can check the ledger updates. You don't have to go to the Xooa console for that. So now, I'll show you how to create an external peer and how to do the setup. To create a new external peer, let's go to the external peer tab located in the upper left corner right here. This is the external peers page. The two main categories are the Xooa ledger and the custom smart contract ledger. Under the Xooa ledger category, external peers created for the XLDB will be visible. Under custom smart contract ledger, external peers created for the custom smart contract will be visible. Xooa provides support for the XLDB and Hyperledger Fabric-based custom smart contracts. For this demo's purpose, I have created an external peer and it is already up and running on my local host. So how did I do this? Let's click on Create Observing Peer and fill out the details. After filling out these details, select Create. And here, you'll see that the external peer has been created. Following peer creation, we have the setup instructions. The prerequisites require that Docker and Docker Compose be installed. After installing these, you'll need to download this file. This file will download the peer setup file. Then, you have to copy the downloaded zip file to the desired location and extract it. Then, you'll go into the directory, open the command line, and run this command, docker compose up-d. This will make the data begin to sync up. You'll then have to open your browser for the URL in which your peer is running. To show you the process, this is the file that gets downloaded. In the docker-compose.yml file, you can check the configurations and you can check which port you want to run this on. In my case, this peer is already running. It's called Yash Xooa peer. If I click on view, I can see the details. You can see that it's running on 9005 port. This is the Xooa Explorer page. My external peer setup is up and running, as you can see here. Furthermore, the sync up has been completed as well, and you can see all of the data here. This is the data for the XLDB. If I go into my Xooa console and select the XLDB card, I can see all of the data from the world state here and all of the data from the transactions here. If I select the ledger tab, you can see that there are 180 blocks alongside all the activity within the ledger. All of this you can see in the Xooa Explorer as well. including the number of blocks and graphs of the rate of blocks or transactions. Here is a block that has been added. This pie chart has the transactions by organization, and this is the peer name alongside its status. You can see that it is up and running. If you select network, you can see the network details. Under blocks, you can see the block details and adjust the time period that you are looking for here. Similarly, under the Transactions tab, all of the transactions will be visible. Under chain codes will be listed. Under channels, the channels will be listed. Whenever any new transactions are created, the new activity will be visible here in the Notifications tab. So let's create a new transaction. I'll go to the XLDB, select Add, and use sample data for time's sake. I'll select Save. And you can see that the new value has been added. If we go to the ledger, we can see that there are now 181 blocks. After refreshing the dashboard, you can see that there are 181 blocks here as well. So the data has been synced up on the external peer. If we select the Transactions tab, you can see the transaction that I have just added to the ledger. Returning to the External Peers tab, we can delete peers that were created before. I'll select Delete, and it's done. Once you delete any peer, that peer's access is revoked, and the data will no longer sync with Xooa's ledger. However, previous data will remain untouched. So I have now demonstrated how to create external peers on Xooa's platform, and we've covered pretty much everything. Thank you so much for watching this video, and have a fantastic day.